What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Modified 360 here, showing you yet another one of my modified Xbox 360 units. This is a custom fabricated Jasper chipset here, the 16 megabyte version. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so as you can see here, the controller we have synchronized to it is actually a 10 mode rapid fire Microsoft Platinum Edition controller. I went ahead and installed the rapid fire chip. And here we have the console itself. We'll just go ahead and start off with the front here. As you can see, there's no way to turn off or on the console. Even with the eject key, I actually disabled the ability to actually boot up the system with the eject key, nor here. So the only way to boot up the console is from either the controller or power down the unit from the actual system. So a neat little locked up. It's a kind of a lock-up system. It's kind of an interesting feature. Here we have the 90mm fan, guys, and its main purpose here, by hitting the 12-volt switch variable, is to pretty much just exhaust all of the processor and graphics processor heat loads here, okay, from the heat sinks, as you can see there, because this is a very crucial point of the board where it gets the most heat, or where the most heat is generated. Actually, this one fan alone has the power of at least 4 of these fans. And this leads us to our next interesting article here. This is a, as you can see, a modified talismoon whisper fan that is set at always running at 5 volts of electricity. In fact, you can see inside, I do not have it connected to the prongs inside, if you can see there, where its original connector would actually be. And we have variable switches. This is to show that 5 volts of electricity is constantly running, the green, and the red is to show that 12 volts of electricity is always running through the board. So if we turn off the console, we'll go ahead and do that now. I'll just show you guys. With the push of a click, console is now running 5 volts of electricity at all times. So it's always keeping the console ventilated, which is actually a very interesting detail there. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do, guys, we're going to actually turn this fan on, and we'll get to the other good part. Go ahead and reboot it. And that reminds me, this is just a standard Philips slide-on disk drive, guys. And there's nothing special about it. It's completely retail. It's only custom fabricated on the exterior and interior, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here we have a 140mm fan that I pulled out of an ATX case, and what's main purpose, guys, is just to keep the air circulation underneath the motherboard and in between the metal chassis itself. So it pretty much keeps it about 5 degrees Celsius cooler. And also interesting note is that if you were to lay this console down, just like this, let's say you were having it on some sort of application or some sort of receiver such as this, which generates lots of heat. If you had the console sitting like this, guys, it actually keeps both the console and whatever you have under it cool, and it just constantly generates, airflow. As you guys can see there, the heat sinks inside. Oh, and another interesting piece here. Oh, look at that, we're connected to the internet. Isn't that amazing? And check this out. There is no wireless whatsoever installed. Well, at least on the exterior anyway. So I'll go ahead and turn it. As you can see here, the Cat 5 is not connected, nor the wireless in the other USB port. Actually, guys, what I did was I went ahead and took one of the black standard Microsoft Edition 2-prong wireless adapters, completely gutted it. I took off the 2 prongs and I just shielded it. Instead of using those prongs, I used copper, and I just shielded it all the way around the metal chassis to create one giant conductor. And because I live in a building, I have a really weak-ass signal for internet. So we'll go ahead and show you how many bars I have. 4. Would you check that out? So yes, we are in fact connected to the internet, guys. Go ahead and click this again. As you can see here, Xbox Home, Party, and Friends. Very interesting. But anyways, guys, I hope you really liked my video. I hope you liked my console. Oh, of course, the plexiglass cutout, we almost forgot. And, the custom spray-painted, fabricated disk drive and the air manifold inside. I forgot to mention that, but you guys probably already saw that. But anyways, guys, I hope you really liked the video, and for any more console ideas and things like that, just go ahead and message me. Feel free to comment or private message, and be sure to subscribe. And also, just one other key note: a lot of people have asked me, because I've made many different videos about this console, but not in such detail, how I got the texture. I actually used a stainless steel glossy spray paint. And what I went ahead and did was I actually just kind of, if you notice here the lines, there's a lot of black detail just throughout the unit. What I went and did was, just to make that nice little exposure, I actually just sanded part of it down, because this was actually an Elite casing at one point. So that's what really made all of the detail just kind of stand out, if you will, and gave it that look. But anyways, Hope you guys liked the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.